Iranian General Qasem Soleimani assassinated in a U.S. drone strike.
The Senate will convene as a court of impeachment. Donald John Trump be acquitted of the charges in said articles.
A helicopter carrying NBA legend Kobe Bryant crashing, killing everyone on board.
Chinese health authorities are still working to identify the virus in Wuhan.
Officials there confirm new cases of the coronavirus.
That first case here in the U.S.
Thousands of passengers on that cruise ship are stuck at sea.
At least 10 nursing homes with patients testing positive. The World Health Organization declaring it a global pandemic.
We're deeply concerned by the alarming levels of spread.
The world's biggest economy creaking to a halt.
Shutting down restaurants, gyms, movie theaters, Broadway dark.
Workers worried about life without a steady income.
Do I pay my rent? Do I pay my bills? Do I feed my children?
The president signing off on a $2 trillion stimulus.
With schools shut down in more than 35 states,
marking a seismic shift to online learning.
America at war with the coronavirus.
There's patients everywhere because of this.
Hospitals are nearly full.
Pretty much the entire emergency department's a hot zone.
When you've seen someone agonally gasp for air, it will be burned into my memory.
Running out of ventilators.
Stretched pretty thin.
It's a scary time to be a doctor.
Growing PPE shortages, healthcare workers unprotected.
I didn't sign up for this, literally risking my life.
Now they're losing their own.
They run towards tragedy.
Nurses providing that critical link between patients and their family.
They're dying alone in a hospital room without family.
We can't grieve with our friends and our family. It makes everything 10 times worse and tougher.
Pleading for more protection for essential workers.
To protect the people that are vulnerable. Protect the low worker.
Disproportionately impacting Black Americans.
I am missing my husband.
The Navajo Nation, now the highest infection rate in the country.
Historic decimation among the Hispanic community.
Say her name!
26-year-old Breonna Taylor shot and killed by Louisville police officers.
No one was charged in connection to Taylor's death.
This cell phone video shows the moment when 25-year-old Ahmaud Arbery was killed.
His life shouldn't have ended the way that it ended.
What's his name? George Floyd!
The anger and sadness over George Floyd's death seen across the nation.
None of it is new, but this is the first time everybody's seeing it.
He was a great father, a great husband.
27-year-old Rayshard Brooks was shot and killed by police. It didn't have to end that way.
Outrage igniting in Kenosha.
The anger sparked by the shooting of 29-year-old Jacob Blake.
They shot my son 7 times.
It is going to take a miracle for Jacob to ever walk again.
Cries for justice in the wake of the death of Daniel Prude.
Nobody deserves to die when they are in need.
Wildfires raging in the west.
Firefighters battling the fire from the air and the ground.
Flames coming off of it, creating these fire whirls.
This is hell if I don't know what else.
Families struggling to get out through thick plumes of smoke.
Our house burnt down to the ground.
Officials say that dozens of raging fires are burning into each other, creating what they call complexes.
We're so lucky to be alive.
30 named storms developed in the Atlantic Basin, the most in any year in recorded history.
Hurricane Isaias wreaking havoc.
First time I was in a house that ever shook.
Oh! Lake Charles took a direct hit from Category 4 Hurricane Laura, one of the most powerful storms to ever hit the U.S.
Hurricane Sally crushing the Gulf Coast.
We literally have water coming in the windows and the door.
It's hard to believe that it's happening again. Hurricane Delta's coming ashore. Southwest Louisiana is getting slammed again. Hurricane Zeta right now is cutting into New Orleans.
This race unlike any other, resulting in record mail-in and early voting.
No matter who you vote for, I feel like everybody's vote counts.
We've won with the most votes ever cast for presidential ticket. Vice President Kamala Harris makes history.
President Trump and the First Lady have tested positive for the coronavirus.
Hospitalizations surging to unprecedented levels.
We are really in a public health crisis.
Decimating American communities.
ICU is full. The teams are working as hard as they can.
One hospital has run out of staff.
If you don't have the manpower, I cannot save your life.
That grim new milestone. More than 300,000 American lives have now been lost.
This is what we've been waiting for.
A vaccine injection, but it was also an injection of hope.
This is the beginning of the end for COVID.